He's a social entrepreneur, has 11 years of corporate accounting and marketing experience, and he's a CEO of Trotro Tractor Limited. And when we spoke before, he said this is the Uber for tractors. That about sums up his business and the services he provides to farmers all over Ghana. So Trotro Tractor is an agricultural technology company that connects smallholder farmers with tractors and other agricultural machinery services. With Trotro Tractor, farmers can request, prepay, and schedule for tractors and agricultural machinery services using feature phones and smartphones. Tractor owners can also monitor the efficiency of their machines remotely using Trotro Tractor specialized GPS trackers, USSD app, and mobile app. So if you would join me in giving Kamal a warm welcome to Lancaster University, Ghana. Kamal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You've summed everything, so I can't say anything again. You know my name. My name is Kamal. And today you asked me to talk about mindset of a startup, entrepreneur, and the support system that helps you achieve your goals. This might not be new, but from the approach of some of us, we still have to share what we do out there. So quickly, I'll take us through what we do at Trotro Tractor. How Trotro Tractor works, and then we'll quickly come back and talk about the mindset and the support system. Yes, so we can go. Yeah, so with Trotro Tractor, an agricultural technology company, we make tractors available, accessible, and affordable to farmers. Now we chose the word Trotro because we mimic what Trotro does in the cities for poor people, not people who want to get transport at a very affordable rate. To happen the same characteristics of customers on our farms, because most of our farmers cannot hire a tractor for a day, and they cannot also buy a tractor because of so many things. One is the size of the farm, 2 acres on the average, and also the cost of the tractor. Now it doesn't make really economic sense to buy a tractor. And so because of that, most of our people are using small farm tools like cutlasses and hoes, which is making it difficult to expand their farms and also have a very good income. And so the same type of customers that Trotro in the cities are having, the same kind of customers our Trotro tractors will be looking at in the villages and the farms. So it's affordable, it's available, and it's accessible. What we've added on is the technology angle, where you don't have to go out to look for a tractor. You can actually do that using your mobile phone without internet feature phone, young phones, smartphones as well. You dial our short code and you can access, request, and prepay for the service. What that has actually done is, we can move to the next slide. Yeah, is to reduce the waiting time farmers normally go through in accessing tractors. And we can see that is a value proposition we bring to these farmers. Normally, because of the deficit in tractors, they will pay for the tractor service, and then they will wait for the tractor owner to now look for other farmers around them before the tractor owner comes to them. And so this time normally takes about 2-3 weeks. And because of another major challenge the farmers face, which is rain-fed agriculture, it can take them out of the season if they get the tractor owner disappointing them. A lot of reasons why also tractor owner will disappoint them is they don't want to drive all the way to the farmer and do 2 acres. So they would prefer to do 10 acres or more, which is about 1,200 Ghana cedis. It makes a lot of sense for them. So they find a way of doing that, and it takes them a long time. What we've done with that is to bring technology to serve as the bridge. So reduce that waiting time of 2 to 3 weeks to 3 days maximum. Yes, next. So assuming you are a farmer and you need a tractor, just take your phone and dial *714*85#, and you can get onto our platform where you can request for the service and pay for it. Once we get the notification of where you are and the money, we quickly go through our dashboard to see the registered tractors that are in our system, which one is very close to you, and then we match that. And we make sure that the tractor owner, before they leave, also have 10 acres minimum to do. So if you're on our platform, you make on the average 1,200 Ghana cedis during the farming season, which runs for about 60 days. Tractor owners get alerts in real time of who is requesting for their service, and it goes that way. With this, farmers increase their yield by 66% or more. Reason is, if you use farm tools, cutlass and hoe, to plow a 2-acre, it might take you 8 days. Now with a tractor, you do that in an hour. Then you have opportunity to do the rest, like fertilizing and spraying and other things, all with a tractor. It also, the reduced waiting time from 2 weeks to 3 days, what farmers are actually happy about requesting our service. Else, our competitors will just kick out of business. Tractor owners also get to manage their tractors from from remotely, because most of tractors are not operated by the owners, and so without any mechanism to check what the tractor is doing offsite, outside their scene, the tractor operator can tell the owner anything. I did 5 acres, and it can be 20 acres. And so the tractor owner is able to know how many acreage is done, how many hours the tractor has been on, and then they can know how much money they are making every day in real time. Now, if your tractor is on our system and using the current rate of a tractor, price of a tractor is about 160,000 Ghana cedis. In 3 years, we should be able to pay that off. And that also helps tractor owners pay off, because most of these tractors are they took loans to buy them, and it's an easy way of paying back the tractors. We make money from commissions. If you're in the southern zone, you pay 120 cedis per acre. If you're in the northern zone, you pay 90 cedis per acre. Now this is determined by tractor owners themselves, and so we don't want to change that. over time, we would start acting like Uber using search and other things. And then tractor owners also get 90% of all the money they make from us, but they pay $1,200 for the GPS and the services that we provide on that. Yeah, traction so far. We started 17 months ago. Yeah, and we started, we did 15 months plus 2 actually. We did 3 regions, Central region, Eastern region, and Volta region as pilots. And using 2 farming seasons with 3 tractors actually. And we were able to raise $135,000 for owners, out of which we took our 10% commission. The average time was perfect, never went beyond 72 hours. But currently, what's happening is we have about 300 registered tractors with the platform. So as we speak now, this season, they are all working. And we'll see what will happen this year. Our target actually this year is to reach 50,000 acres, which means about 6 million Ghana cedis in revenue. We are looking at how that will turn out this year. This year is not pilot, this year is real operations. Yes. So over the past 17 months, we've secured funding from Cosmos Energy, $50,000 by winning their Cosmos Innovation Center, and that is actually what propelled us to do the pilot and continue. Startup, Ghana Startup Awards. So we won the agribusiness for 2017. British Council organized the Leopard Challenge, which they made us the winners. And some other things that we are part of, like the Impact German mentoring program, and growing business together by the Netherlands, and Pitch AgriHub, which is also in the Netherlands. We're also part of the Foundation. Yes. So this is the team why I am still at Trotro Tractor. Most of the job I do like this is talking and getting investors to be ready to be powered. But the real job is done by Emmanuel and Adam. Emmanuel handles the operations, make sure all tractors and farmers issues are resolved, and we keep making funds available for the company through operations. Deborah is our performance improvement officer. I created that. I don't know what that means, PIO. But what I realized is because it's a small team and the rate at which we are working, people normally lose track of what they're supposed to do. And I thought there should be somebody who will be keeping people on their toes and making sure every day. It shouldn't be after every 1 month or 3 months or quarter. It should be daily monitoring of performance. And then we have Deborah doing that for us. Adam monitors the platform and makes sure there is minimum downtime in terms of the website, the USSD, and eventually the mobile app. Yeah. Thank you so much. So this is, that's it. This is Trotro Tractor. So we go back to the mindset that does not have a slide. It's coming from my head. So the mindset of some of us is to observe and see what happens around us and how we can bring solutions to solve some of the challenges we see every day. And I think that is the most important part of a young entrepreneur, especially in our environment. So I developed this attitude called the R2A2, which is recognize and relate activities that are around you, and then apply and assimilate them after recognizing and relating. So you set your goals. What do I want to do? So if I want to solve the problems in mechanization, as I walk around, I have to be able to recognize what matters in that industry, what happens in the agricultural mechanization sector, what is currently being done. And so once I start asking myself about these things I see, I can relate them to possible solutions and who I can talk to. So recognizing and relating is very important from that angle. And then it doesn't stop there. Applying and assimilating the things you'll be able to recognize and relate. And so as you do all this, it shapes you from where you are and where you want to be. Now, that's the starting point. The next thing is to create a system that allows you to operate without a lot of challenges. And some of them are really not the things we thought about. So 10 years ago or 12 years ago, when I was very new to life, when I started paying bills, I wasn't thinking like that. I thought if I want to start a business, I need to save money, or I need to find money, get an office, and get business, and do all the things that we normally hear and learn from classrooms. Then I realized that most of them actually can be done without the things we are used to, like funding, like great network, and all that. But it can actually be done with a real support system. And the support system here is, I call it a 360 you, a 360 me. So if I'm starting a Trotro tractor and I need tractors, who do I talk to when I need tractors? So from that angle, I should know I am talking to the major supplier of tractors in Ghana, which is government. I should be talking to the existing tractor owners. I should be talking to all those people who matter in the tractor business, right? So if I need money, who do I talk to? I start talking to myself. How much have I saved? I talk to my wife, she has money. I talk to my uncle, who, if he has money, the people around me, before I even think of going out. And sometimes those monies are lorry fares. Sometimes those monies are hotel bills I will use to stay somewhere. Because the igniting point is meeting the next person who is interested in your business and putting most of the things that you do not actually require to put from the start. For example, in the case of Trotro tractor, in 2016 I wasn't doing Trotro tractor, I was doing something else, which is a different business altogether. But because of that mindset, I heard about Cosmos Innovation Challenge, that is the KIC. And I went there. And I found the discussions there interesting. They want to solve agriculture problems, challenges, with Cosmos funds available. And so, what challenge do you bring on board? Just by going there, because of the support system I've created in my mind and the mindset I've created, I knew that I was going there to have something done. So I looked at mechanization as a problem, because I've seen that, I've recognized that and related that in my working, in my dealing with farmers. And I've been looking for solutions for that. So being an environment where I can share that means there can be a further push from that angle. And so there I met Emmanuel and Adam, who are also thinking the same. And eventually we put our thoughts together and went for that money from Cosmos. It was 7 months dedication competition, out of which we came out as winners from over 100 other applicants, 7 months. So back onto the support system. The support system that makes me know that if I am here at 6 o'clock and there's a problem in my house, how do I solve that problem? Now, if I don't know how to solve that problem, and I'm here or doing other things on business, I can't succeed. And so that's those small support systems we overlook cannot, would keep us where we are. We will not go forward. The same support system should allow me to know, some people believe, those who believe in God, to say, if I am really down and I don't know what to do and I am so stressed out, how do I get myself back to the level at which I can operate smoothly, spiritually, in a very, my superhero moment? How do I get back to that level? Some would go, you have to know what will bring you back to that level, because it's at that level that you can think and bring out all the things that are, the good things that are in you. If I have to pray, I know that if I'm down, I have to pray. If I have to listen to music, I know that at this moment I have to listen to music. If I have to talk to my mom. So my support system on that angle is mostly just by calling my mother and talking to her when I'm down. So once you realize that support system of how to elevate your spiritual level to your superhero level, moment where you can think and do things, then you can move forward. It's a 360 completely. So if you are happy, who do you call? Now, it's happy moment that also brings a lot of things happening. So if I'm happy and I love driving, my hobby is driving. And so I used to stay in Abu Dhabi, in the United Arab Emirates for about 7 years. And I drive on the desert. I like the desert driving because it's desert. If you don't pay attention, your car is going to fall down because of the sun and other things. And so even if it falls down, you still have to, if you are on seat belts and other things, nothing will happen. You can somersault on in the sun and nothing happens. But the challenge is with other friends that you are driving with, to win the challenge, you don't have to fall down, but you have to get to the next destination. And so you form a team and you do this. Because of the intensity of, how do you say that? You have to, or the concentration, in the desert driving, you actually forget about all your problems. And so I use that also to get back to my super hero level. And that mindset of knowing who you are, knowing what brings you to your level. If you are down, how do you go? If you are up, how do you go? If you need support financially, where do you get? If you need advice, who do you talk to? If you need, who is your mentor? And if you, the connection is, and networks, all that is your support system. Because you can't do anything on your own. There's never been anybody who has done extraordinary things on their own. They rely on others' strength. And I think that the ability to know how to draw those strengths from different angles is what propels you to achieve your goals. But behind all those things are the R2A2 and the goals you've set for yourself. As goal-setting animals, like human beings, by 31st December, I want to have 6 million Ghana cedis for Trotro tractor. I want to plow 50,000 acres. I want to do all this. And then you've set all those goals. Now, how do you achieve those goals? By recognizing and relating what helps you achieve that. By applying and assimilating what helps you achieve that. By creating a support system, your wife, your mother, your sister, your brother, your mentor, your uncle, your financial consultant, your mentor, business mentor, and all your spiritual, and all that would help you get to your destination. So it is, in a nutshell, it's all what works for me. And this is not from any book, so I can be wrong, I can be right. This is from my personal experience, and it's actually working for Trotro Tractor. It's working for other small businesses that I've started, like Farmable. We'll talk a little bit about it. Livestock exchange. See how cattle farmers are not into, they are not included in the financial sector, cattle farmers, but they are rich people. So if you have 1,000 cows and one of them is $500, means you are worth $500,000. But we don't know. And those guys leave not paying tax, lose the state. They leave wretched because they think they don't have money. They are actually excluded in the financial sector. So with 1,000 cows, you still cannot go to a bank and say, I need money to do something. Because you don't keep records. Because nobody knows you in the financial sector. You are a nomad in the financial sector. And so, recognizing and relating the same those things, we say that, okay, electrify all the cows. So electronically identify each cow and then bring them live. Allow people to own part of those cows. And so instead of going to the stock exchange, now own or operate in the livestock exchange. Because cows are livestock, right? And stock were originally kept in cows. And that's why they are called livestock. And so go back to livestock exchange. And then we connected that to financial sector. So about 7,500 cows now are connected. And that is millions of Ghana cedis. Same approach of recognizing and relating, application and assimilation through the support system that you create around yourself. The same thing happened at Parliament. So when I came back in 2014 and I needed information on agriculture and what happens, I realized that every law was passed in Parliament. And so if you need information about anything that you want to do in your sector, the number one place to get your information is from the Parliament. And so I went to now search and search and search. And it's PDF printed from 1953 all the way to 2014. And it took a lot of time, like a whole day, and they got me only 2 answers. So one sitting is an answer. I'm like, this is something I can relate to one day. So why can't I do it? So myself and my friend that day bought 5,000 pieces of the answers, which means 5,000 Ghana cedis. And we digitized all of them and wrote codes that would translate all that into real searchable Word documents. And so when you do that, we can easily search and say agriculture. And everything that has been discussed in Parliament during that period would come. It's like we are searching a Word document. So we did that, and the Parliament was like, this is good. How can you do that for us? I said, okay, bring money, we can do that. So we got some, with them, we got some funding from Transparency International, Indigo Trust, other places, and then we put together, it's an NGO now, and it's working for Parliament, Bodicro.com. All these from recognizing what the problem is, and relating it to how you can solve it, and apply it and assimilate it. So you would not succeed at the first time. So you keep applying and assimilating and see how it works. Same thing happened with, so because of that, I keep starting things. But I know that I'm human and I cannot do everything at a time, so I can give the rest to other people. So Cocoa Sika is the same thing. So the Cocoa Board is having trouble understanding why the Ghana cocoa is going down and Cote d'Ivoire is going up. And so they brought all the problems and organized a session. I chanced on some of the problems, like, this is recognizing this problem and relating it to this, and then applying it and then getting the solution. So the problem is 25% of all the farmers in the cocoa sector are the ones producing close to 80% of the cocoa we have in Ghana. So if that is the case, give them funds or find a way of financing them and solving their problem. If they produce double, it means we have double the production. So the 20% that we call, and the 80% we call cocoa farmers are actually not cocoa farmers. Yeah, they have 1 acre, 2 acre, and that is not cocoa. And so when you are able to monetize the farms and monetize each tree and crowdfund each tree, if I have 1 million trees on my farm, I can crowdfund each of them at $1 because the cocoa beans that will come from one tree would actually be more than $1, so I can pay back. And the market is guaranteed. Only Cocoa Board pays that. It buys cocoa. You can't trade cocoa internationally on your own. So the market is guaranteed. So based on that, we came out with Cocoa Sika, a cloud bank for cocoa farmers. And that is also running. So things like this is what that mindset I've created around me and the people who are also close to me helps us achieve the goals we set. Yeah, I think I've done a lot of talking. And, yeah, if there are some questions, I can.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for that. Are there any questions about the mindset of an entrepreneur? Any points that relate to your current studies, your EMBAs that you would like to clarify as per Cynthia's earlier reminders?
Yeah, so do you have competitors in this business, in the Trotro tractor business? Do you have competitors?
Yes and no. Yes. Yes, because if there is no competitor, then you don't have business. You are doing it better than those who are doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, so those who are doing it are the tractor owners themselves. Few matchmakers who would come and say, I will organize 100 acres, 100 farmers here and bring them a tractor. So all these people exist, and they are our current competitors in the system.
Okay.
But no, in the sense that nobody in Ghana is using technology to get tractors to farmers. So,
Okay.
yeah, so that's there. But on the continent, there are 4 competitors. There's Hello Tractor in Nigeria, doing similar, but slightly different. There is Tinga in Kenya, doing similar, also slightly different. There is Tringo in Tanzania, that is doing something similar, and slightly different. I say slightly different because I've met all of them. But that's another thing about the mindset. It's not, know the competition, like know what's available and tackle it. You can't run away from it.
Okay, my question is, and first of all, I wanted to find out if you've been a farmer before.
I've been a cattle farmer before. Yes, but not a crop farmer.
Okay.
Yes, so I have 80 cows,
Oh, okay.
and I'm still managing 7,500 cows with my electronic ear tags. But the reason why I'm doing Trotro tractor is because I've lived with farmers. Where my cattle are is also the same place. And most of the challenges they face, I see every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that answers my next question. So my last question is, I'm wondering how many farmers can actually do this request on the phone, how many of them have smartphones, how to even go through the process, how are you able to?
Okay, so we don't use smart. So our number one user acquisition approach is to use young phones, like feature phones to get farmers. No internet, because we don't require internet, using the USSD. And we are riding on the back of mobile money. These people you call who don't know, they know how to use mobile money. Send them 50 cents right now, call them in 30 minutes, and you will see that they don't know. So the way mobile money operates using the USSD is similar to how they request the services.
I found quite intriguing when the way your support system was, you were talking about, and they were quite simple things. There wasn't any really organized things. So I think you spoke about speaking to your mother, doing the driving, and I have never thought about it like that. There are systems that we actually use sometimes, but we probably won't put it in that category, say the support system. You rather be looking for maybe like people in your
Personal assistance, paying executive assistance.
Yes.
Yes.
But these are very simple things that I guess worked for you. And I think that we use these things, but we don't realize how much they support us. And hearing you mention it kind of like brought that to mind, that these are little things that we use, that we don't pay for, that can actually help in everything. And it won't be that you get an actual team working for you and trying to, I found that quite intriguing.
Yeah. Actually, to add to that, if you really pay attention to it, it can become a real business for you, the support system. So, in my case, I look at it like professional. I've seen the traffic in Accra, and so if you ask me to come to somewhere and I cannot, how do I get there safely? So I bought motorbikes, registered them, get license for the drivers, and dash them. So if I'm driving, and then I know they know how to drive, but they just don't have jobs. Yes. So I gave them motorbikes. Anytime I'm driving and I'm stuck, they will come, get me out of trouble. Yes.
And drive your car.
I'll park my car somewhere. You come and take me to where they are going to take me. And I'll beat time. There's no reason why I'll be late. But it cost me only 3,500 Ghana cedis. the motorbike and the license. So, and you get these people to go and collect this thing from this man and send it to this man. You know him. You know he will never disappoint you. These are simple support systems that you create that will go very long way to help. And it's in each of the angles. So, another angle of mine, when I was in Abu Dhabi, he wanted Trotro to drive, work and pay. I said, take the car. Like I bought a car for him and I dashed him to him. But the reason why I bought the car and dashed to him, I made it clear to him. See, your sisters are my aunties. You are my uncle. Please take care of them. Please, I don't want them to ask me that they don't have money. All you have to do is take care of them. Now, these people are being taken care of by my uncle. But they know that I bought the car. And so, anytime, like for example, when my wife gave birth, I didn't call anybody to come and stay with me. A lot of them came and they are like, I will stay and take care of you. I will do this, I will do that. These support systems are very crazy that we are taking for granted. Now, in the our forefathers got this free of charge. Now, modernization and other things are making that difficult for us living in urban areas. But we can create, when you look at it from professional angles, it's not difficult. We can also create it to work further.
Yeah, Kamal, I'd like to know, is the business profitable currently?
Trotro tractor.
Yes, I see a lot of passion you have for the business. I see that you get satisfaction from helping people, but is it really profitable?
Operations-wise, we are not profitable. But the support system also we created around the business. So it goes further beyond personal support system to even business support system. So what I looked at that can help the business survive till it becomes very profitable, I looked at those. So if you look at the things we participated in, Startup Mentoring Berlin is free mentorship that helps all my team members on knowing what they're supposed to do, free of charge. AGRA, Alliance for Green Revolution Africa, are paying us over $100,000 to do a project for them, and they don't need the money back. British Council give us support financially and technically worth over $50,000 that we would have paid for. So we still have a lot of money in our accounts, which did not come from the operations, but from the system we've created around the business. If you are doing something that helps the business, come on board. We can help you achieve your target through our operations, come on board. So operationally, we are not making money now because we have about 300 tractors. We need 1,000 tractors to start making money, right? Because it's a sharing economy, and in sharing economy, you need numbers to play the game. That's why Uber is still not profitable. Do you know that? It's not. But they make $50 billion in profits, in revenues. Over $50 billion in revenues. The reason why they are still in business is because they have people who put money and say, continue doing it, continue doing it. One day, money will come. Yeah.
So Kamal, I'm really glad I stayed to listen to you because it's been quite inspiring and eye-opening as well. I find it difficult to understand. Was it that you did a market analysis? 2 days I went to was it that you did a market analysis to know that indeed within 72 hours you'll get a tractor for a farmer in need? I mean, just to meet the demand as well, then 1,000 acres or something like that. Because I find it quite intriguing that a farmer will request for a tractor, and within a period of 22 hours, you get other farmers also requested for this same service that can actually allow you to go in there with the tractor and do the job? That's my first question. And I don't really want to.
Yeah, so let me answer that first. So most of we got Cosmos Energy to do a lot of things for us. They paid for market research. Yeah, so that's another support system. And we realize that if a tractor is within, if we partner with tractor owners that are within the same farming communities where the farmers are, you can actually meet that 72 hours. Actually, you can be less than 72 hours. You just don't want to do over-promising in the delivery. So why we even pegged it at 72 hours is if we are moving a tractor from another community to that community. That's why we did it, but it's actually below 72 hours if the tractor is within. Yeah, so we did a lot of market research on that.
You also made mention of the fact that from the classroom, you are advised to seek for money, to get office, to get money before you actually kickstart with your business idea. Can you throw further light in the sense that you don't need money to start? If I understand what you said,
Yes.
you just need the
Strategy.
ideas, you just need to relate and to recognize and all that before you can you do more? How do you get started when you personally don't have the funds?
Yeah, so when you do the startup cost for every business, you know the total startup cost. But part of the startup cost includes transport, right? Transportation of managers and other things. So you can start from that and you have that money. Like I know you have that money. Everybody knows that they have that money. We're just not looking at it from that angle. So, and food. So if you have costed for salaries for employees, including yourself, it means that salary of sitting down to write, go through the business model canvas, come out with a business model, come up with your simple business plan and all that. You don't need money to do that. But these are some costings in your super startup cost. But once you realize that these things can be done by me, and the cost is less than 1,000 Ghana cedis, which you have, if you do those, the rest would follow through the recognizing and relation. So for example, when we came to Cosmos Innovation Center, if we didn't have an idea about mechanization and sitting down and telling them that, look, we know if you do this, you do that, you do that, you do that, you will get a business model, they wouldn't be listening to us. So those initial steps, so for example, what we did initially, it was a 7-month intensive, so you have to do about 4 different pages before you get the grant, the 50,000. Now all these times are part of the process. We didn't need money to do that. Like we didn't need enough money to do that. My team, if they were here, they would. So I bought new set of tires for my Ford Explorer because this is business, and it cost me 1,600 Ghana cedis. It cost 400 Ghana cedis per tire, and then we devised a plan. Look, we have to go to Somalia, we have to go to Interpol, we have to meet these people on our own. Bring money for fuel. I know you have 200 Ghana cedis. I know you have 200 Ghana cedis. Bring. And then we put money together. This money we didn't need from anybody. These are no monies you have to require. But after doing those things, anybody we are talking to knows that there is business in this. So it's not like you don't need money to start. Yeah, you don't need money, but you don't need money to start. Some of the things you can do on your own and through your support system. So I personally wanted to invest in a startup using blockchain in agriculture because I know eventually from where Trotro is going, we would need to connect things using blockchain technology. And so I told one of them to come for a meeting in my office. But what he said is, he doesn't have lorry fare. I said, do you have an uncle? Do you have a brother? Do you have a sister? Go and collect lorry fare. That is part of the support system you create. So he's not doing all these things, and he wants me to invest in his company. Now the initial small monies you put are walking even to the area. I remember when I came back in 2014, I sometimes walk from Medina through University of Ghana, go to Noguchi Memorial Science or something, and use their library. Because I didn't have office. Their library had air conditioning, which is like Abu Dhabi. It had internet, which I could use for free, and I could read other things. And I did that consistently for about 2-3 months. I didn't need money to do that. But after doing those things, I was able to meet people. So this is what, you can't start business without money. But some of the monies are not money you look from outside. It's from you and from your initial people, like your wife, your mother, yeah, like this watch. So this watch is a business. This watch is another business. I went to China to do my Trotro tractor tracking devices, because we developed it ourselves here. We got Chinese company to really shape it into a very small GPS that works, because ours was too big. And the company I went to is selling these GPS watches so you can actually call me on this GPS watch, very cheap, yeah, but it's a very handy thing. And they are selling it to their Hajj pilgrims, the people who go to Hajj from China. And it wasn't like this, if I have mine. It was some big watch, but with GPS inside, with no certain functionalities. And I told them, look, Ghana to have people who go to Hajj. So the solution they are bringing for their Chinese, because they respect their Chinese people, is that there's 3 million people gathering in the Hajj there. And the tendency of you getting missing there because of crowd and other things is very high. And so they track their Chinese pilgrims with the watch. And the watch does not have heartbeat. The watch doesn't have pedometer. I said, okay, no problem. I went to sit down, did my own small business canvas, and said, we can do this, but we have to add certain functionalities to make the watch very useful. So, I don't have credits, but I could have called my SOS. So I can call. If I put on credit, I can call anybody from this phone, and I can call anybody who is monitoring me. So we put pedometer, we put heartbeat. So if you call me and your heartbeat is beating faster, it means I can alert the security agents, because that's another thing. They spend too much money in sending soldiers and police to keep our people safe. But when the people are scattered, how can the police go and look for them? And so when you add things like that, it makes it very, and I got somebody who is going to put money to mass produce them, and I will sell them to Ghana, Nigeria, everybody. It's simple. So, but I didn't need money to start what I did over there. To say, okay, we'll add heartbeat so somebody's now.
Thank you very much.